welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny,
JD,
Erin,
and Kat.
So, again, we've already spun. I've already spun. And I got ballads. For me being the not romantic person. Could be a breakup ballad.
You never know.
do they have breakup ballads?
No, I can't imagine they would. So Seesaw is...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. And I mean, I think they, it's almost, because in Seesaw it's like when a relationship has run its course, but you're not admitting it and you've got to get out. Yeah, so I think.
And you can break up from loads of things. It's not, obviously we think of breakup song as like, no.
I hate
Heartbreak.
men song.
Yeah.
Like Kill This Love.
Yeah. But, you can break up from loads of different, you have to, through life. You break down lots of different parts and how you move on
And it can be amicable as well. It doesn't always have to be bad. So, yeah. Well, I'm not picking a breakup song. Actually picking a really nice song. There's so many to choose from. So they're all on the list, guys. And again, please keep sending in your suggestions. They're really, really great. Going to pick a Japanese original called Lights. So this is a song about... BTS have obviously spoken in their music about sort of feeling low and going in and out of depression and things like that. So this is a song about how someone, it could be a friend, it could be each other, it could be a love interest, it could be your partner, how they can sometimes be your light and lift you up.
Oh.
So that's why it's called Lights. And it's a really lovely song.
And let me guess, they're singing it to Army.
It could be. They could be singing it to each other, because
Yeah.
it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's platonic enough or open enough that it could be interpreted as you're saying some. And again, it could be multiple people, different parts of the day throughout your life. People will come and be a light for you, So it could be a friend or whatever. And also, this has been used in an anti-bullying campaign as well, where there's an advert and it's these people who are being bullied and things, and they find this little light, and inside the light is BTS. And they're saying that they're going to be the light for you. You always keep it in here, so don't worry, you're not alone. So it's that kind of thing. So it's really, really pretty.
Jenny,
Don't
get
cry.
the chocolate.
Don't cry.
Get the chocolate.
Don't cry. It's a really, really lovely song.
Gonna suck.
And again, it's a
Dry my
Japanese
eyes out.
original, so
Is
their
it very-
vocals are shown off really, really well.
Did
And
they write it?
fact check, Fairy Cat. Could you please tell us who wrote the song?
So Map of the Soul 7, The Journey.
That's the Japanese album they released,
Yeah,
which was only like
written by
2020?
Sunny Boy, UTA, and Yohai. So
Okay.
none of them.
Oh.
Well, thank you for writing this song. It's a really lovely song.
Will it be more Jin taking the lead? Because obviously we've said with the Japanese songs, he tends to be a bit more front and centre.
Actually, no, I think this one's fairly evenly
Yes.
distributed. And you get to hear a nice bit of Hobie in here as well.
Ooh, singing.
In Japanese. And yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. From memory, I haven't seen this video, and obviously this is on my playlist. I haven't heard it for a little while, but no, I think it's actually pretty evenly distributed. Yeah, it's a nice one.
Hear a second voice inside my head. It's telling me to say the night again and hold on to the words we always said would be forever, forever. Wait another day to clear my thoughts, so jump into a life that won't be forgotten. Forever, forever. Let's run the way together.
So please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And again, Patreon, we're ahead. I don't know how many, at least 4.
There's exclusive stuff over there.
There
Come be a
is.
patron.
Okay, that's a small cinema.
It's a small number of seats, though, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
good, because if you're at the cinema with them, they'd have to sit either next to or close to you.
What movie would you pick to watch with them?
I mean, it'd have to be a musical.
We're going to go off on a tangent, aren't we?
I think I'd go Pitch Perfect, and then we'd try and do an a cappella thing together.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
I just want to be the person making all the weird noises.
Either that,
I thought we said it.
Yeah.
or like, what is the longest ever film? Yeah, okay, do you know what?
Lord of the Rings,
yeah,
Marathon,
extended, all of them,
all of
yeah,
them,
including
yes.
The Hobbit. Yeah, that's it. That's what we're doing. And
Although
then
to
we
be
all
fair,
fall
I'd get
asleep.
proper into it like I always do.
Yeah, they'd be like, so how about shh?
Or Harry
Yeah.
Potter Marathon.
Oh, that might be
Harry
fun.
Potter.
Yeah, because they like Harry Potter.
We could all dress up.
I would want to watch something that would make RM get in his feels, so then he would like want a hug. Or
So
something.
every Disney film then.
Maybe, I don't know.
In emotional films.
Yeah.
It's like underwater.
Yeah.
Oh, well, like you're drowning.
Can't handle RM looking at the camera like that.
so sweet.
It's really lovely, isn't it? I like how it's like they're watching. It's almost like they're watching an MV or something of themselves, and they're getting embarrassed and they're being silly. But you can see how they're singing about how their friends that they're like as well, and they're each other's lives. So it's just really, really nice.
The scenes with the Macno line together. It's just you're watching it thinking, I bet that was chaos to get filmed.
Yeah, probably. But again,
just muck around together and something they're rolling around on the floor.
Whenever I see them do scenes like that, it doesn't feel forced.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's like that they have obviously said, okay, for this shot, we want you guys to look happy, like you're having a good time. And so they've just told some stupid joke or something like from Jin or whatever, so that they will naturally laugh.
Well, like I said, they're rolling around on the floor together, and you thought that probably wasn't the planned shot.
Yeah,
it's where it ended up.
Yeah. So
I loved like the blue hair and like the blue clothing when it was that slightly, because obviously blue is like sadness and depression, and that when you wanted to feel that, and how it can be really isolating, but that glimmer of hope, like when I can't remember who is it Jimin that runs into V and then bumps into JK, and it sometimes
and it breaks it.
You just sometimes need just a splice of light to come through to think there is a tiny bit of hope. I loved it so much.
I really love that bit. It felt to me like JK was the one who was down. V's gone there to be there for him, and whilst he's doing that, Jimin's come in, and it's almost like V looks at him like, oh, and like he's there for me. That kind of
a knock-on effect, almost. Yeah.
While you care for someone, I'll make sure that you're okay as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
because whatever
so
JK
lovely.
was in, sometimes you can feel almost like he couldn't move, like he was stuck.
Yeah.
And that's what it can feel like. But then someone else can come and help you move through that.
Yeah, really isolating, and at the beginning. When it was sat in the cinema on his own, and then the others are just walking around really happy, and sometimes that can feel so hard when why am I not on that level? Why can't I feel like that? It can't be that hard when you're with your friends to feel
they say in blue and grey, don't they? I just want to be happier.
And sometimes it can be really horrible because you feel like you're letting people down because you're not able to be happy and fun. But it's really hard, and I really identify with it was the first line. It said on Sundays I can't answer calls and texts. Like sometimes it's just too much, and it's insane to think that actually the idea of texting back one of your friends is so difficult, but sometimes it really can be.
Yeah, and I think it was Jimin's line. He says it's okay not to be okay, and another one of them says, I think it's RM says. It's okay, like you don't have to be perfect, and you decide for yourself what your own version of happiness is and what it looks like. So it's very much kind of, and with JK at the beginning in the cinema by himself is that, but then by the end of it he's in there with his friends. But although he's still in there with his friends, he's still himself. He's not forcing himself to be any different, but there is a natural uplifting that he gets from his friends, like from them being his strength, which is nice.
Yeah.
He's not forcing himself to be fake.
Was saying about wanting to know about love and the answers. He's saying that whilst he's standing in front of the big screen looking up at obviously all of them doing something. And I felt like that was him almost looking up at them like that's the love. He's looking at them all together.
Yeah, that's it. That's why that song could be about friendship rather than romantic.
Oh, that definitely felt more.
Well, at least that's the angle they've gone for the video, I think.
Yeah.
I will bring up that the beauty of Jimin. He's just beautiful.
Yeah. I thought that video was actually very stunningly shot with the slow motion and then the pausing.
Yeah.
And then it really, it's mesmerising, isn't it? And ironically, although those slow motion shots or those still shots were potentially a metaphor for how feeling stuck, but yeah, they also had that beautiful effect that BTS can't help but have.
They all looked great. There were just times when Jimin was there, I was like, it's just wow.
Yeah.
I love how RM looked, and he felt commanding, but not in the I'm in charge, I'm taking
over, forceful way.
No, just like I'm controlled and I'm gonna move. I can moving through the video. I don't know what it was. It just
for me felt like a pillar
confidence.
of kind of knowledge or comfort and just strength, but not like you say, like in a forceful way. Just as in, it's okay.
Not a dominance, but just I guess
strength.
for him, it must be hard because he is the leader, the one that they look to for a lot of things and guidance. So I wonder, because we hear about obviously Sugar and his struggles and Jimin and some of this, but I don't know that I've heard a lot about what it must be like for him, because if you are the leader in that one, are you carrying their weights as well? Does he
I
struggle?
did see a thing online which stuck with me about BTS, and it said, it was a picture of RM and Jin, and it said the eldest isn't the leader, so that the leader has someone to lean on. And I thought that's so nice. To think
RM
that-
talks about his downfalls, and he doesn't think he's always doing a very good job, but the others always say that they are. And they were like, in one of their interviews they did recently, they were like no one else would have been the leader. It wouldn't have worked if anybody else but you was the leader. So they were like, you are really, really good.
I do feel though that within the group they probably know who to go to for a certain thing.
Yeah.
Like they're like, today I just need a hug, so I'm going to go to him. He'll give me a great hug. Today I need someone to just give me that boost of confidence. I'll go to them. I need someone to give me a critical thing about what I'm doing.
They
I'll
probably
go
have
to.
different elements that
Yeah.
they bring to it, which is why it makes them a really good team. Yeah,
Because you
that's
might
true.
find that I don't want to ask J-Hope about this because I know he's going to be positive because that's just J-Hope. I might go to Sugar because I know that he would be a bit more critical.
and I need that, or
Yeah.
I want that. Yeah.
Or hey, I don't want to put down on J-Hope there. It could just be I need cheering up. I know that J-Hope is going to brighten my day.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want that person to listen to you.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a different person for the different things that you need.
And that's what's lovely about. That's why I don't think you should be friends with people that are all the same as you,
Yeah.
because then you don't get what you need.
But yeah. No, I think Lights is a really nice.
I did like how
Really
they
nice
kind of
song.
separated them though, didn't they? You had the Macnays and then the Hyun.
Mm-hmm.
Am I saying it right? I always worry about saying it right. Hyun.
Hyun.
And they kind of separated the two.
Yeah.
And in a way, the Macnays were rolling around on the floor, messing around. The Hyungline were getting the snacks, and they, even though they were spilling them everywhere, but they were, maybe again that was just a difference in where they're at in their lives and in
Maybe.
their relationships.
I'm sure I've read it online somewhere, but I don't know all of them. I think there's lots of theories about that of the metaphors of that video. So if you know any and you want to share them, as you always do, please do let us know.
Yeah, I would really love that, because as I was watching it, I wanted a pen and paper to write things down, or it made me always want to go back to the days where we used to like pause. I wanted to be like, oh, what do I talk about that? But obviously, as you go through and the whole of the song, you forget some of it as you take the new bits in. So I'd love to hear.
Although I look
Yeah.
back to the
Say.
pausing, and I know that some people have said in the comments you should pause if you're going to talk during the song. And to be fair, we don't talk conversations during the song, we have the odd comments.
Yeah.
But the reason I don't pause is because I don't think I can appreciate a song if I'm hearing it in bits. I need to hear the whole song in its entirety.
There's also an emotional journey that you go on. If a certain song is putting you in your feels and then you pause it, it emotionally stops you being absorbed into that. So we don't want to do that. We want to keep going through it and talk about it afterwards. So I like that. But I know what you mean. Sometimes you forget about it. But vocally, that song as well, being in Japanese, it was awesome. I have no comparison other than BTS and some other Japanese songs, but they're lyrically it really flowed really nicely, and I think V shone really nicely. He had some nice high notes in there. Considering he's a baritone, he can go very high. But there was some really nice in the chorus there that Jimin and V actually had some high notes. I thought were really, really nice.
I was going to ask about them being in Japanese because I don't think we've had many of the ballads in Korean, maybe? Just One Day is the only one that kind of off the top of my head.
Truth Untold.
Truth Untold.
Yeah.
I feel like the Japanese ones give a different feeling.
They do. A lot of people say that actually about Japanese ballads from BTS hit slightly differently.
Yeah.
No, I'd agree.
I suppose if it's the sounds that the sounds that the words make.
The phonetics of it.
Yeah.
Maybe
If
it's
that-
softer or something. I don't know.
It almost feels. It sounds going to sound so bit cooler, like it's not as in like that's so
Breathier,
cool,
maybe.
but
I don't
like
know.
a temperature, like it just.
It would make sense because in a lot of Korean words, the ending is rounded off with a yo or an a, so it's lots of vowels at the end there.
So it's like maybe harsher or blunter endings to words, so it doesn't flow
Potentially.
the same. Maybe I don't know.
Potentially, I'm not sure.
If you're good with languages and you know no, but there are people that
Yeah,
we do have someone who comments actually who does an English class or something.
Yeah, didn't she
Yes.
say she told us about the TH?
Because we were talking about pronunciation in one video. Yes.
when we were talking about what was it? It was Coldplay.
Was
Pixie?
it?
Was it that one?
Could be. Don't know.
No, it wasn't. We don't talk anymore.
Yes, and we were talking
Yeah.
about the accents and how they sounded exotic. Yes. If you're watching and you know,
Please help us.
then yeah, let us know what it is if anyone knows why it hits differently.
Yeah, but very beautiful.
Yeah.
I like it. One for the playlist.
Yeah,
Again,
definitely.
kind of sad but uplifting at the same time. So I really like it.
Yeah, that one felt.
I felt uplifting to me.
Yeah, that felt more uplifting than the last one.
It felt, and I'm not quoting Friends when I say it, but it felt more like an "I'll be there for you," not in the Friends song, but in that was
Yes,
the
yes.
message.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. So that was BTS Lights.
I think Erin's going to cry by the end of the day. It's
No.
just one of those days.
No.
Feel
Give me
it.
5 minutes with her.
Feel it.
So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.